All right, let's go over inflating Mylar orbs. Mylar orbs, 40-inch numbers, larger numbers, those are the things that I will use my electric pump on. Otherwise, I'm pretty much always going to use a hand pump just because the valves can get damaged with different machines, and then they won't hold air. Sometimes if you're not really careful, you can pop them. So hand pump is almost the best way to go with most of your Mylar. As you get into larger shapes, you want to kind of do a combination of both. So I'm going to open the valve with my hand pump. So I'm just going to be really gentle getting that into the valve. I'm going to give it a few pumps of air just to kind of get that open. And then I'm going to put it on my machine and I'm going to just give little bursts of air. I have a machine that has a Mylar setting, which is better for this, but I don't have it on in here right now. So if you have a Mylar setting, I would use it. With my orbs, I always inflate them until they're full, but not all the way full. I like to fill them up the rest of the way with a hand pump because I can get these creases to go way down if I use a hand pump because it's slower and the Mylar just takes that a little better. So I'm going to show you real quick a safe place to stop if you are afraid of popping your Mylar, which if you only have a few, this would be a good place to stop inflating. So we're going to go. Okay, so right about there, even just a couple 4 pumps, I start to feel a resistance when I'm pumping. That's a good place to stop. It's still really nice and full. You're going to have a few creases on here, but once you hang them, you don't really see them quite so well. But we can actually add quite a bit more air. It's just that there is always, I have had a few that have popped. Most of them are pretty tolerant to extra air. But I don't want to encourage you to inflate them to a point where they might pop because that would be a bummer. And I'm going pretty slow, just because it gives the air a chance to expand in there. And this is actually a pretty good stopping place. These are pretty small. These little lines, these little creases are pretty small. I wouldn't go much farther than that. I'm going to give it a little more air just because if I pop it, it's not the end of the world. But this is definitely a good stopping place. Even that. So as you can see, that looks pretty good. Here's one that I would have just pulled off of the machine, just so you can see by comparison how they look when you give it that little extra gust of air. I'm going to give this a couple pumps. So I gave it about 3 pumps past the kind of when it started to resist me. So you can see even that's pretty good. But this is a really good, again, stopping place if you are concerned. So here's just another sample. This is about where I stop. Like I said, in the middle, the seams are about 1 inch on either side. Just like that.